Hello and welcome along to another of my reviews of budget hotels for business travellers in the United Kingdom. And today I'm in the city of Manchester, and I think I've found the very best budget hotel in the whole of Manchester. It is the Manchester Central Premier Inn. Now, if you've looked at my other videos on Manchester, I mentioned travel lodges and various other budget hotels, but I really think this is the best budget hotel you're going to find in terms of quality and price in Manchester. So let's begin by having a tour of the room. And as I usually do, we're going to start with the bed. Now, last night I got a really good night's sleep. The bed was really comfortable, and the room itself is quite a comfortable room, although a very odd shape. Now, I have stayed in this hotel once before a few years ago, and the room was a completely different shape. So I think this is just a quirk of the particular room that I was staying in. But it didn't let in much natural light, and that was because the window was right in the corner. Although, as I say, I don't think this is typical of all the rooms. It certainly is different from the design of the room that I stayed in a few years ago. So I guess the shapes of the room probably different depending on which room they give you. Not much of a view outside, as you can see, and in fact none of the rooms have a particularly good view. Unfortunately, this one didn't let in a great deal of light, but that was just because the window was in the corner. But the other room I stayed in a few years ago, there was plenty of natural lighting. You get the usual breakfast tray, you get the metal kettle, which is always a good thing, getting a metal kettle rather than a plastic one. Usual milk and coffee and tea, a couple of mugs. Usual stuff that you get in all budget hotels. A couple of drinking glasses, which is quite nice. You don't get those in travel lodges, and a nice big 40-inch television. It's good quality TV as well. Only has basic channels, but it is a nice quality Samsung high definition television. And it was quite good actually. Last night we were able to watch some films using the USB stick down the side. If you've watched my other films on YouTube, then you'll know it's something I do like to do, is get a USB stick with some films on and stick them in the back of the telly, and that's better than watching the normal television. So air conditioning, didn't actually need it because it was just about the right temperature anyway, but in the middle of summer it could be quite useful, and it was a really good air conditioning system. I tested it out, does work well, but didn't actually need to use it on this occasion. Usual problem with coat hangers, they never give enough. No matter where I go in the world, they never give enough coat hangers. But I do like this little storage space for putting your laptop case, or just hiding away any business materials you have. It's not lockable, it's not a safe, but it is nice all the same. You get the usual hairdryer and one of those mirrors that light up, which is just a nice little touch really. It's not that important, it's cosmetic, but it is nice just to have that mirror there with your hairdryer. And the usual card entry system, which worked impeccably well last night, unlike one of the Manchester travel lodges, which I review elsewhere on my channel, where the locking system didn't work at all. And if you have a look at my other YouTube films, you'll see the terrible experience I had at one of the Manchester travel lodges with trying to lock the door. Some nice ambient lighting, and obviously you've got your desk lamp and also a couple of lamps for reading in bed. Quite a nice desk and chair. It's not as nice as the ones you get in the Premier Plus rooms in Premier Inn, but still a nice desk and a nice chair all the same. Usual problems not getting enough coffee and milk, but if you go down to reception, they're very generous. They'll give you whatever you need. And the usual proviso that I always mention, you have to bring along your own wine and your own peanuts and your own snacks. You certainly don't get those free of charge in a Premier Inn. So yeah, a nice room, nicely decorated, nicely lit. Unfortunately, not a lot of direct lighting from the window, but I think that was just this particular room that they gave me. Also a nice bathroom. It's not the biggest bathroom I've ever had in a hotel, but one of the really good features is the bath. You don't always get these at Premier Inns, but in the Manchester Central Premier Inn, Not only do you get a shower, you also get a bath as well, and that is a really nice touch, because at a lot of the more modern hotels these days, they just give you a shower, but they don't give you a bath. Some nice Bayliss and Harding shower gel and shampoo as well, which is fairly good quality, and fairly powerful shower. It wasn't massively powerful, but this morning when I had a shower, it was powerful enough, really. And one of the really good things is it's impeccably clean. I mean, that's all you can really ask for, isn't it? With a shower, with a bathroom, with the bath itself, you want it to be impeccably clean, and this particular hotel is extremely clean. So I've been very impressed with that. You only have to look at the sealant around the edge of the bath and the shower, and it's absolutely white. There's no mould. All around the corners of the bathroom, no mould, nice and clean. And the room itself is very clean as well. Been very well vacuumed, very well dusted. Not enough storage space really. I had to put my case on the chair there, but enough really for a suitcase, a couple of suitcases. We were jetting off the following morning, so needed a couple of suitcases. And if there was one disadvantage of the room, it was a little bit small, but perfectly adequate for a few nights stay. The location itself is fantastic. It's very close to St Peter's Square, and it's also very close to the Manchester Central Conference Centre, which is really useful if you're in Manchester attending a conference or a business event at the Manchester Central Centre. Also the Bridgewater Hall, which is often used for conferences and events. So there's a good chance if you are staying in the centre of Manchester attending a conference or a business event, it will be at the Manchester Central Conference Centre. It used to be known as GMEX when it was first built, but it's now called Manchester Central. And there you can see St Peter's Square tram stop. So it's about a 5-minute walk from the tram stop. So very, very easy to get from the tram stop to the hotel. I'm standing right outside the hotel at the moment, looking towards the tram stop. So you can see it from where I'm standing now, about a 5-minute walk. So very, very easy to get to the hotel by tram. It's above a pub which is actually owned by Whitbread, which is the same company that own Premier Inn. So that's very handy, because that's where they serve breakfast if you do choose the breakfast option. Didn't bother myself, but if you do want breakfast, it's in the Bishopgate pub, which is literally next door to the hotel, and there is an entrance between the hotel and the pub, so you don't have to go outside and then back in the pub entrance. There is a door between the hotel reception and the pub itself, and that's where they serve breakfast, but you can also get evening meals there, and it is actually a very nice pub as well. You can go in it even if you're not staying at the hotel. You can go into that pub, Bishopgate pub, but it is owned by the same company that own Premier Inn, so that is a kind of a joint association they have, where they do serve the breakfast for the hotel, even though it is a separate pub from the hotel. So this is the Manchester Central Premier Inn. There are quite a lot of Premier Inns in Manchester, and I will be reviewing more of them on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and all the usual stuff. Please like, please share, and please tell your friends about this channel. Primarily I look at business hotels for travellers who don't want to spend a lot of money. So it's budget hotels for business travellers. But we do emphasise good quality hotels as well, and this, in my opinion, is just about the best budget hotel in Manchester.